You know, when we talk about neighbors, neighbors should not just be human beings. It must be the forest. You know, the trees that are next to you are your neighbors. We must learn to talk to your trees. That's why sometimes when I go onto the other side of town, or on the Damba forest, and you find people cutting trees, and you compare with it, you know, it is crazy. Because that forest is the same forest that gives us the water. I mean, we all go to school and we learn that the trees give us, you know, the clouds, then the clouds, we have the rain, then the rain form up the river. That's why so many times we want to fight the destruction to the forest, because it gives us almost all the things that we need in life.
68-year-old graphic artist and wildlife conservationist Benjamin Mibenge, or Uncle Ben as he is now known by all, has dedicated his life to planting trees. Back in the 70s, when he graduated from art college in Lusaka, he bought a tree with his first paycheck. He has been speaking for the trees ever since and has a very different concept of time to most of his fellow citizens.
When you plant a tree, you know, we have this feeling, some people think, if I plant a tree, by the time it grows, I will not be there. I think we must change that concept. When you plant a tree, I think you are planting it for the generation to come. And if you don't plant, then what do you expect? Then you expect a desert. Then you expect your children to suffer because that resource is getting to an end. So our motto to plant trees is for the generation to come.
It's not for nothing that Uncle Ben speaks in such urgent tones. According to the latest figures, the hardwood forests of Zambia have 15 years to live if the current rate of deforestation is not brought into check.
We must not be selfish parents. Every parent, if you are going to plan to have children, then plan for them for the 100 years to come. Then you are a good father. If you don't do that, don't even dare to have children. Please stay single, and I think life must be like that.
Uncle Ben's fight for the trees was given a massive boost with the arrival in Livingstone of a Cape Town-based social enterprise called Greenpop, along with dozens of volunteers or voluntourists who have joined Greenpop's Trees for Zambia reforestation campaign.
I met Greenpop last year. I think it was in January or February. It was just magic. Somebody rang me and said somebody wanted to talk to me. I said, over what? They said, over planting trees. I said, who is it? They said, just come and meet him. Then I went to Wanderberg. Then I saw this young Muzungu. I said, young man, what do you want? I said, we want you to plant trees with us. I said, are you sure? Then we went into talking. We talked for quite a bit, and I just realized that we had so much in common because the language he had is the same language that I've been talking about. So there it was, it started like that. Young lady, are you ready?
Greenpop had heard about the man who spoke for the trees and crowned him accordingly.
I think this is the first time I've ever heard a title like that. They say you are director of trees. And that is beautiful. Wherever I walk with my head up. And it has been really awesome.
This year, many have joined the Treevolution, and fellow Zambian Oscar Nyaiwa
really is raining here.
Is trying to locate Uncle Ben and the volunteers who have gone astray, taking in the power of Zambia's most famous destination.
This is a very big search, as I'm looking for the voluntourists. Were you the last one this way? They've gone with Uncle Ben to the boiling point.
The volunteers followed Uncle Ben down to his favorite spot, the boiling pot, where he shares his concerns and his inspiration.
We must really learn to live side by side with nature. You know, look, you know, we're up there. There is a viewing pot right on top there. So you can see the falls from down, you can see the falls from up. It is a beauty. And you know, that's why many of us in conservation, we want to do so much to educate the young ones in schools. Let's go. Let's go. After you.
Oh, wow. Here they are. Hi, guys. I've been looking for you all day. But it's good you're here. You've been right here.
We made it, guys. How are you feeling?
Uncle Ben does not miss an opportunity to educate whoever he meets about trees and other things.
That is a sausage tree. This is Impani. Oh, we planted a tree with the UN Secretary Ban Ki-moon. There's a tree just in front there. We planted this one, the big one behind me, Afzeria quazensis. We've run out of time, but we've done what you wanted most. And it's to see the falls, isn't it? Did we enjoy it? Yes.
It's time to return to the Greenpop headquarters for the volunteers' official welcome. But Uncle Ben has one more visit to make before the sun sets on the Zambezi. He's been tracking an otter's habits since 1989.
I can see there are bits and pieces of crab. I think there's a crab. This little animal always come and poop here. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Since 1989.
1989.
But if since 1989 we expect to have a big...
No,
Yeah.
but no.
Why not?
It is decomposed. It shows you that there are certain animals that are also very particular about certain things that they do. And this is one example. The other animal that I know that does the same is the rhino.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We thought maybe there's an animal that you are looking at here.
No, just poop.
Okay.
That's how correct. This is how you learn.
Yeah.
You know, when you go in the bush,
Yeah.
you can identify animals by looking at poop.
Okay.
Even if you haven't seen an animal, it's a record.
It's a record.
That is how you teach these guys.
All
You
right,
do.
no, thanks so much.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
That's right.
While Uncle Ben has been teaching strangers about plant and animal behavior, the Greenpop team has been hard at work. They are putting the final touches to the campsite and living up to their reputation of artfully combining fun and hard work. The volunteers come from all four corners of the planet. Their welcome needs to measure up to the goal of planting 5,000 trees in 3 weeks at schools, on farms and in forests. Hard work lies ahead to help curb, even symbolically, Zambia's giant deforestation problem.
Plant 4,999 trees.
But right now, it's about circulating that positive green feeling and boosting strength for the weeks to come. One of Uncle Ben's passions, besides drawing, is to dance. And the Ben-style moves are on show at the volunteer reception.
And I'm very happy to be with you guys. I'm the director of trees, and the Greenpop is in Zambia, and we are here for one and the same thing, is to look at our environment, which makes so difference to our living, because without the forest, we cannot live. And you are some of the culprits. That's why you are so quiet. We can make a better world by these little things that we're actually starting.
I'm Lauren, everyone. Welcome to Zambia. Welcome to Livingstone. Tomorrow is a full orientation day where we'll be learning about deforestation. We'll be going to see a charcoal kiln and learning a lot more from Uncle Ben.
I know you are tired. You go and sleep. Tomorrow you wake up very, very green. That at least I'm assured. think all the points, everything that we are doing today in the camp, we are focusing on the trees, on the planting of the trees. I think that's why I have all these. This possibly can represent the people and so on. And this is what the Greenpop is all about. So this is where our hearts are.
But before this year's Greenpop voluntourists do any planting, Uncle Ben and Oscar Nyaiwa are taking them into the Dambwa forest on a fact-citing mission that will reveal why Zambia has one of the highest rates of deforestation in the world. Uncle Ben has spotted signs of one of the chief drivers of deforestation, given away by its telltale pool of smoke, a charcoal kiln.
We bring you here just to come and see what goes on in this protected forest. This is illegal. This is an illegal kiln.
That the location of these kilns is fairly obvious indicates that the Department of Forestry lacks both the finances and the manpower to be effective.
Because nothing of this nature is supposed to take place in here.
The logging, combustion and decomposition of trees gives rise to 20% of the world's carbon dioxide emissions, an amount equal to what is emitted by the combined global emissions of fuel-based transportation. Instead of looking after the forest as an asset that could be converted into carbon credits and benefit the Zambian economy and the planet, 300,000 hectares are cut down every year. As a Zambian, Oscar understands what activists like he and Uncle Ben are up against.
It can't be the type. Maybe somebody just came and switched it off.
You see, the issue of deforestation is not only the big problem here. The biggest problem is 3/4 of the country doesn't have electricity, and the little bit that has electricity says the electricity tariffs are too high.
We get this for our fire.
So this is what it's all about. Charcoal.
We have different feelings about what we see and our experiences, but I think all of us have the common feeling of the destruction that is going on. But I think with us here, if we really fought hard, we still have something that we can actually fight and protect.
And for the 500,000 people involved in this informal charcoal industry, their urgent concern is to put food on the table today. Contrary to Uncle Ben's thinking, they believe tomorrow will have to take care of itself. The day starts early at the Greenpop camp. As the day's program manager, Oscar Nyaiwa is to join Uncle Ben in welcoming the Zambian volunteers who have come from far and wide to join the Treevolution.
For the new people, it's like this. Greenpop!
What is Greenpop? Greenpop is, Julia, what do you describe Greenpop?
Okay, it's a tree planting organization, but I think it's actually so much more than that, because it's about eco-education, it's about trying to change mindsets, connect people with nature.
That's why we thought we must invite you guys to come and join us. Because what is important for us is that, yes, Greenpop has got headquarters in Cape Town. Now, their coming here is just a booster to what we've already been doing. And we must take the pleasure in trying to do as much as possible.
When Greenpop was in Livingston last year, Zambians signed up thinking they would be paid to plant trees. They did not understand that this was a voluntary mission.
A lot of people are back. I think throughout the year, people have realized that this is a noble cause. Everyone must participate. You don't have to be paid to plant a tree. I mean, you just need to volunteer and save the environment, save the earth.
We've begun. If we've begun, let's push on. It's all about life, and we should care about life. Yeah.
I see the necessity of planting trees in Zambia, which is a very deforested country, hence we want to help.
Very happy. I'm very happy about the initiative. I wish it could be going on and on all the time.
It's amazing. I love it.
It's nice when you plant something and you see it grow. It looks beautiful and you improve something about the world.
I'm saying because I love the forest, I love trees.
Greenpop has managed to organise more local volunteers than we do as wildlife society. They've managed to plant more trees than we do as a local environmental group.
You know, even for me as an old person, they give me, you know, this energy, you know, to do a lot of things because you have met people that are so passionate about, you know, what they are doing.
It's starting to feel more real now, the whole process starting, what me and Uncle Ben have been working up to for 5 months.
I believe in acting locally and impacting globally. For me, climate change is not merely an environmental issue, it also escalates global injustice because emissions from developed countries add to a global warming which affects developing countries. And Africa and Zambia face a great challenge of tackling the worst of impacts with the least capacities to do so. And this is why I believe the little things that we are doing can make a difference.
Yes. This is getting even bigger and we just beautiful.
With the Greenpop Treevolutionaries behind them, Uncle Ben and Oscar Nyaiwa's optimism is well founded.
Welcome to Sons of Thunder, the farm with the coolest name in the area.
Created by 3 Cape Townians in 2010, Greenpop rises above the seduction of a doom scenario.
We're going to start this day off by moving just down there. We're away from these baby trees and just doing a massive icebreaker.
Generally what I'm involved in a lot of the time is the music, the marketing, the PR. I do a lot of our events. That's really what gets me going. It's bringing the fun element, doing icebreakers, connecting people. Group involvement is huge for me, participation. I really enjoy that kind of stuff. By structuring Greenpop as a social enterprise, we don't fundraise, we operate for profit. We believed we could do what we wanted to do, add value to the world and earn a living from it.
Put your hands out if you're sitting!
That's all becoming a reality, you know, by getting volunteers who actually pay to come and be involved in something like this. What's really exciting is being back here a year later and seeing all these trees that were just tiny little babies, just like we're planting this year. We've planted about 150 oranges and nachis. The guys are all just wrapping up. We're going to have a traditional lunch, which is being served down there. The solar team are busy cooking on the solar cookers, which is also something which kind of blows minds as far as showing the alternative solution to cooking with fire and cooking with charcoal. It's pretty much always sun in Zambia, which is what makes solar a really cool solution for out here.
To join the Treevolution, it will cost you the equivalent of 80 trees at $10 each. Many get friends and family to sponsor some or all of these. As a Zambian citizen and volunteer, Oscar Nyaiwa knows why he is involved in reforestation. But the idea of paying to volunteer confuses him, so he asked around.
What's a voluntourist?
Voluntourist?
Yeah.
That would be me. That's somebody that goes to another part of their country, another part of the world, to help out and doing these small things in big groups, get a positive energy, a positive vibe, learn about new cultures, and have a bit of a working holiday.
Voluntourism at the moment is one of the fastest growing industries in the world. And I think that says a lot for society today and the way people are moving and thinking. I've had enough of pina coladas on the beach. I want to get my hands dirty. I want to get connected with people around the world. I want to feel like I have purpose.
This is elephant dung, and so it's just to help fertilize the trees. We're all little pieces of sand, and eventually all the pieces of sand come together and make a mountain. So we're making a little difference to hopefully make a big impact.
It's just less me-centric, you know? People are realizing that the more you give, the more you get.
I see it as an amazing win-win opportunity for people coming from all over the world. They instantly can be plugged into something where they can connect with people, have fun with people. And I think the way that Greenpop's approached things, the way we've been able to do things, we've made it a celebration, that giving back is a celebration.
And that's one thing about Uncle Ben and the Treevolutionaries. They know how to celebrate.
Set your limits high to the sky.
At Zambezi FM, it's time to inform Greenpop fans of coming festivals and hear musicians like Flint and Spark who have joined their cause.
Well done. That was beautiful.
People, let them come on Friday. Is it Friday? Saturday?
Saturday.
There's going to be a lot of magic there. You have never seen me dance, have you?
I saw you.
I will dance on Saturday.
No, I already saw him. He just forgets every time that I've said it before.
This is Zambezi FM, your hit music station.
Uncle Ben talks for the trees on the radio every Tuesday.
It's Tree Tuesday right here on Zambezi FM. And also questions that you can put up for Uncle Benji this month. Greenpop kicked off the Trees for Zambia 2013. And Uncle Benji, I was going to ask you a question. What's going to happen after the Greenpop team is gone? And you already look sure. You look like you're thinking about it already.
Yes, I have. Well, Cloud, to say the truth, Greenpop started last year. They came for 3 weeks, and they left. And they came back. Even when they left, we continued. So I don't see any reason why this time they've come, and when they go, why should they go for good? Because they've just started. Right. I am sure they must finish this job, and it's a long job. You cannot do it in 2 years. You have to do it in 10 years. You must do it in 20 years. You must use it in 30, 40, 50 years. Then we'll say Greenpop is doing some work. They certainly don't look like they're here for a very short time. Next year they will be here. They will be here for a very long time to come.
This morning, Oscar, Uncle Ben and the Greenpop team are taking the Treevolution to primary schools in Livingston. In line with Uncle Ben's philosophy, they are starting with the very young.
I think collectively we have more than enough talent and skill to pull off this planting day. It's my first day as a planting manager, so go easy.
Today, it's exciting. Today we're going to plant trees. And that's why we're bringing people from all over the world to connect.
In the wake of Greenpop's first appearance in Livingston last year, 20 local schools applied to take part in their environmental awareness program this year.
I like to plant some trees.
Yeah, what type of tree?
Mango.
Mango! Okay. So, this is the ground where an avo tree is going to live. So what we're doing now is creating a home for our trees. So if we are going to be here together under the sun, sweating, digging, we must make sure that our effort is correct. Otherwise, we are working for nothing.
We have seen a situation where people are talking about planting trees even in their own yard. And I think this is an awareness we've been trying to do all the time. Because if you talk to children, if they understand, they will grow up and they will continue planting.
One of the exciting things about this particular school is these big trees Uncle Ben planted here, I don't know, 15 years ago or something like that. And I found this out when we came and planted here the first time. And it was such a beautiful kind of realization when you're kind of standing in the shade of a proper tree and thinking, this is where someone had vision a long time ago and they decided to plant some trees here, and there was a little bit of love, water, sunshine, and that's what you get. So yeah, really exciting. No, Uncle Ben, that's what he does here. He's a tree planter. He's an environmental activist. He's actually a graphic designer by trade and worked for National Heritage around the environmental space.
I've always been gardening and always organic.
I water the trees and I like it when it's like this. It looks better than when there are no trees.
Not only does Uncle Ben talk to his children about the importance of trees, but he talks to the trees themselves.
They know who is going to look after them. And these, you can see, they're even coming closer to me to reach my height, and so that I can talk to them.
Many people said crazy things about him. Said he was crazy.
Yeah, they think I'm mad, but it's them who has a problem. I don't have a problem. You know, sometimes this one says this one says, and you listen to a lot of crap. You'll not do what you love most, so it's better sometimes just ignore them. Look at these oranges. There's no fertilizer. There's no nothing. Do I even know who I am? Yes, I know. I am a graphic designer and I'm an artist. You know what I do? My drawing, I'll show you what my drawings are. Normally, I wake up around 3 in the night. It's like it's only me who's thinking. And that gives me, you know, the strength to create and so on. That's why I do it at that time. Okay. I wake up very early in the morning, depending on my mood. So the creativity and the mood to draw is there. You know, long time ago in our tradition, we believe that an elephant is composed of different carcasses. That's why if you look very carefully in the elephant, there are a lot of animals there, meaning that nobody wanted to make a mistake to eat meat from a lion, a dog, and things like that. And so for conservation, then we can say that an elephant was very well protected. And this is what I'm trying to put in the elephant. And you know, even sometimes when I'm in serious trouble, my consolation, it's actually drawing. I was drawing that all when I was attending to court case for 1 year.
Uncle Ben battled in court for a year for reporting illegal timber felling.
Then they ran very quickly to the police and reported that what do they call it? The criminal trespass. We went into the yard. So each day after court, I would just sit there and draw my owl and so on. So drawing for me gives me a lot of things. It's just like a prayer, really. So this is my Madiba. He makes so much difference. Yeah, so this is life. I love drawing, and I'll die with my pen, I think. Maybe I'll die planting a tree, who knows? When somebody's been buried, you have to build concrete around the coffin. Is that really necessary? It is not necessary, because life is about when you die, you must be food for something. And we must be food to the soil, and the roots, you know, use you to grow again. I'll be more than happy if they plant a baobab on my grave, because that is one tree that I love, and you know, it is a symbol of all the trees put in one. I'm trying to put as much as I can in the tree. We've just been talking about funeral and so on. There is a skeleton with another little bone to represent that. If we look carefully, there must be some rain. It is raining there. It is a cycle. I think this is how God created these things.